Hey everybody, this is Dr. Fuck, and I don't have a review for you this week because I gotta listen to Black Rain. I still haven't gotten around to it, but there's a guy I know online called John Stevens that asked me to do this, and it's a rant because tampons are flying out of my ass with what's happening now with Vivian Campbell. Vivian Campbell, as I'm sure you all know, is a guitar player that played on the first 3 Dio albums. Before that, he was in a new wave of British heavy metal band called Sweet Savage. And do yourself a favor and punch up on YouTube Sweet Savage, Eye of the Storm, and check that song out. That singer sounds so much like James Hetfield. I mean, this was before James Hetfield. James Hetfield took a lot, I feel, from this guy's voice. You got to hear, they're so similar, it's sickening. Anyway, so Vivian Campbell now made headlines on Blabbermouth because he is reuniting now with the Dio band with Jimmy Bain, Vinny Appice, and Claude Shekalakabuka. I'm sorry, I'm very sleepy. Look at the bags under these eyes. That is brutal, man. So I can't pronounce the guy's name at the moment. I can tomorrow, but unfortunately the camera won't be rolling there. So don't pronounce it for me. I know his name. I'm just sleepy, and I'm gonna plow through this, man. So anyway. What pisses me off about him reuniting with the Dio band and doing those Dio songs is that he's always badmouthed Dio since he left, 85. What's that, 27 fucking years? This guy has not only bashed Dio's music, he bashed Dio as a human being, and he also bashed heavy metal, saying he hated heavy metal. And I want to read you a little quote that he said during these times. This is what he said. This is Vivian Campbell. The real irony of that is I actually don't like hard rock music. I know it's a strange thing to say, but I really don't care about my past contributions. Even now, I still get these guys coming up to me going, dude, give me the Dio devil sign, and yelling Holy Diver and Rainbow in the Dark, woohoo! And it's cool that they remember it all, but that music never mattered to me, and it still doesn't, quote unquote. But now he's saying, I'm very proud of those 3 Dio albums and I want to do, that stuff. Let me tell you something, man. First of all, in his defense, listen to this. Vivian Campbell's a monster player. I'm not bashing him for his playing back then. He was fucking amazing, man. I love this album. And I love Last in Line was fucking great. Sacred Heart was so-so. But like the solo on Invisible, I hear a lot of Gary Moore. And Gary Moore's like my favorite guitar player. And then you have that song from Last in Line, I Speed at Night. That's fucking heavy metal, bitch. Anyway, so he says that he doesn't like this. He's been saying this all along. Now he's saying something different. But you know what? Let actions speak louder than words. Right, John Stevenson? After he left Dio, he formed a band called River Dogs. Have you heard that? That shit sucked. And then after that, he joined Whitesnake, which Whitesnake already made the album with John Sykes. So he didn't really play with them, though he did play the solo, I believe, in the video Give Me All Your Love Tonight, because that's a different solo on the album. I believe that's Vivian. Then after that, he joined Def Leppard. Now, Def Leppard. Look, I love the first 3 Def Leppard albums, man. I actually worship those albums, On Through the Night is fucking great. High and Dry is my favorite. Pyromania, I love Pyromania. I know it's popular, but I think it's a great fucking album. Pete Willis had stuff to do with all 3 of those albums. Once he was out, he did play rhythm and wrote some of the songs, but then they kicked him out during the Pyromania sessions, and they got that guy, Phil Collins. He's no Pete Willis. But then they went, then what is it? Hysteria. I know that sold a gazillion albums, and everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people love that album. I didn't. I thought it was fucking garbage, okay? To me, it's all about 10-arm Def Leppard and Pete Willis era. That's the shit I like, man. But Vivian Campbell then joined him after that because Steve Clark passed away after Hysteria, and then Vivian Campbell joined them, and they've just continued playing pussy music. To me, that music's like peanut butter and shit. I have no fucking love for later Def Leppard. And so that's the deal with that, man. That's my rant. You know, this makes, like I said, man, tampon shoot out of my ass. Speaking of tampon shooting out of my ass, Bill Ward. Enough of Vivian. Bill Ward. Oh, wait. One more thing about Vivian. He badmouthed Dio a lot. But you know what, man? If it wasn't for Ronnie James Dio, Vivian Campbell would be nothing but a little tiny footnote in the new wave of British heavy metal scene, okay? Because Sweet Savage, as awesome as they were, they never went anywhere. Okay, that's all I have to say about Vivian. Now, Bill Ward. Bill Ward, I did say this on my last review, but I know a lot of people out there don't like Down to Earth by Ozzy and didn't give a fuck what I thought, and that's understandable. But I ended the show talking about how, you know, I'd be okay if Bill Ward was not on the Black Sabbath tour, under one condition, that he plays on the fucking album, because you know what, tours come and go, but albums are forever. So I want Bill on the fucking album, man, because if it doesn't, it just ruins the fucking Sabbath legacy beyond repair for me. It would fuck it up for me, even though I'll still love the early shit and still praise it. I think I'm gonna have a hard time listening to an album of Black Sabbath without Bill Ward that has Ozzy fronting the band. It's just fucking, you know, should I stick my finger down my throat and throw up? You know, actually I would for dramatic effect, but I'm really tired and don't feel like cleaning up throw up. So that's the end of my Bill Ward rant. Okay, so now I want to talk about future episodes, because I really need to get to bed. I discussed this on the Down to Earth episode as well. Look, I am fucking done with discographies, okay? I don't want to do them no more, because there's albums from bands I don't like, and I don't listen to at all, so I have to, like, Osmosis and Down to Earth, I don't listen to those albums. So I had to, like, live with them for a while, and it was kind of brutal, man. You know, some of it I liked, you know, some of it woke me up, but man, most of it was still fucking brutal. But I had to listen to them, you know, to give you guys my honest review. So I don't want to do that anymore, though I still have to do it the next episode, because I haven't listened to Black Rain since it came out. Don't remember it being that good, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. And Scream, which I'll tell you what I think about Scream on that episode. That one's a little more fresher, because it came out not too long ago. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open another channel, because I don't want to do all related Black Sabbath stuff. But don't get me wrong, I'm not done with this channel. This channel, I'm still going to do reviews that are Black Sabbath related, like the Rainbow stuff. You know, actually I love all three Rainbow, so I'm going to be doing the discography of Dio era Rainbow. You know, nothing against the Grant Bonnet and Joe Lynn Turner. If I end up doing those reviews, it'll be on the other channel. But this one will have, you know, the Rainbow stuff, and you know, shit, and you know I gotta review this motherfucker, and the Tony Iommi solo stuff, and Bill Ward along the way. GZR is gonna be way in the future, because I haven't heard that forever, so I gotta study that one too. So, you know, for now, I want to do. I'll come back and forth, and my other channel will have albums I worship that will basically be either my favorite album. It will be my favorite album from those bands, and other albums that aren't my favorite but I still worship, like Judas Priest, Unleash the East, early Merciful Fate, AC/DC with Bond, and maybe some of you can give me some suggestions that, hey, would you do a review of this album? And then I would think, wow, that fucking album rules. So I'll do a review of that. Iron Maiden, you know, some Maiden stuff. Anyway, that's the end of my review. I need to go to sleep. See the bags. Hopefully you'll see me next week with Black Rain. If not, I'm sorry. But I am going to, if I remember, I'm going to put it in my car and I'm going to drive around with it for like a week or so and let it sink in, and I'll be back with a review, man. So till then, man, fuck you, Vivian Campbell, and fuck you, Black Sabbath management. Good night and goodbye.